Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And with the end of the regular season in sight, here are the latest power rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
I think for the Warriors, they've tried a couple times to make a push up the rankings with no success. But I think they can be proud of where they landed.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Moses Moody. He's out there with Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. And it's Santos in at the 4. And for the Grizzlies, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Williams is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Clark in at the center position, locking down the middle. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Now here's Williams. Inside. From 8 feet. Rebounded by Green. And here are the Warriors now. Butler on the wing. Williams defending. Oh, and Jackson with the block. They get it back. Moody on the wing. Green with a screen on Bane. Tries again. Moody misses. All right, let's go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to visit with head coach Taylor Jenkins.
I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
Smooth and fast release from Bane that time.
Pass to Green. Butler, a screen on Clark. Green, the pass to Butler. Memphis with a rebound.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
And here's Clark. It's stolen by Green. Morant against Curry. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Good on the bucket. Bane's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Curry against Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the fight.
Now here's Curry, guarded closely, gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Curry against Morant. Jackson surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Over Butler. Jackson can't get it to go. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Well, one thing we know about Jimmy Butler, if he gets going downhill, look out.
Pass to Jackson. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Now here's Green. No points yet. Pass to Butler. Outside Curry. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Bain. Jackson outside. Bain against Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. That one's good from Bain on the assist by Morant. Bain's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, Bain had 1 goal that trip. Come right back at them with the 3 of his own.
Pass to Santos. Outside Moody for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
And, you know, that game had to serve as a morale boost. To win like that in OT, it says something about their character.
What I love is that they never gave up on themselves. From the start of that game, they believed in their ability to win.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And so in the game for the Warriors, we've got Green. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Santos in at the power forward position. Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Jackson with a screen on Curry. Jackson finds Kennard. Aldama outside. Kennard on the wing. Over Moody. Kennard can't get it to go.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted taken.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Good awareness from Curry. Now he sees a chance for a steal and gets a fast break going.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. Williams is checked in for Memphis. And the Warriors make some changes. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Pippen, defended by Pajemski. To the inside. Fades back. Pajemski grabs the board. The Warriors lead by 7. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Desmond Bain, he's checked in for Kennard. Here's Edey, covered by Jackson Davis. Jackson gets the bucket.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Pajemski uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 7.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Here's Pippen, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Pippen's got his first points of the game.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Jackson Davis' screen. And he lobs it up top. And he jams it home with authority.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Pippen, pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Bain. Lets it fly. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Bain's got 9.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The Warriors lead by 5. Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bain, Coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bain, well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Pippen, defended by Pajemski. 4 on the clock. Back to Jackson, 20 feet out. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on him.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Firing up the 2K leaderboard. The NBA's leaders in shooting over the last month. Second, the Warriors.
Well, their offensive efficiency has been incredible. It's why no one wants to play them right now.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
From deep, Bain. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now. The kick out, Curry. Back to Butler, right side Moody, and stolen by Williams. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Morant caps off the break.
He is such a blur in transition. Morant goes from 0 to 60 faster than a sports car.
Back to Curry. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Morant with a defensive effort. Bain, the pass to Clark. The layup off target. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Warriors on top, up 3. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with Coach Taylor Jenkins. What's the focus as you look forward to the second half?
Just ignite our pace. You know, everything starts with our defense. Can we pick up our activity? We got to get some stops. Got to keep them off the free throw line. You got to get out and run. We're showing a great crowd in the paint, but just trust the pass. Everyone's got to trust each other, get multiple actions, get some good looks, and hopefully they fall for us.
High expectations for Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
And get ready.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. The Western Conference winner, Nikola Jokic.
With Joker, because of his size and skill level, even great defenders have it hard. He can post you up, he can hit the three, he does it all.
And you think about how good a shape he's in now, I wouldn't mind trying the Jokic plan myself. So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
I hate what they're doing on defense.
giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood track. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. 3-point lead. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Williams. And it's Clark in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Butler passes to Green. Butler on the wing. Williams defending. The shot by Butler, no good. Grizzlies trail by 3. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Payne, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
From deep, Morant. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Curry, and stolen by Clark. Morant against Curry. Goes up from the top of the key. Shot's good by Morant.
That's just a great dribble move by Morant. Quick and very shifty.
Green with a screen on Morant. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Morant, the pass to Clark. No good. Green with the defensive effort.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Pass to Curry. Another shot, and he drives in. Oh, the driving skills are underrated for Stephen Curry.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's going to talk it over with his guys. You think of guys who play greater than their stats. Butler has got to be on that list, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the competitive nature of Jimmy Butler is the stuff of legends. Sure, sometimes it can make it tough in certain locker rooms, but coaches love his passion for winning.
Feels like a guy that's built for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And another miss by Memphis.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's the break. A good look from Payne. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Payne's got 11.
These are shots Payne will take from time to time when that's where the openings are.
Ooh, Williams with the block. Got a piece of it. Curry with a steal. The 3 is up. Curry splashes it in.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Pass to Jackson. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one.
We know Jackson Jr. can shoot it, but this guy is 6'10", 242. He should feast inside.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Jackson for 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Offensive rebound. Here's Butler. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Aldama's checked in for Williams. And some changes here for the Warriors. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now here's Podziemski, hounded by Moran. 5 on the clock. Throw it down on the lob. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Payton passes to Hield. Here's Podziemski. Aldama grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Clark. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Trace Jackson-Davis picks one up. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Pass to Payton. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Pippen, defended by Podziemski. Jackson can't get it to go. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp, keep the cuts hard, cutting through contact, passes sharp, and the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
Now, Coach Kerr, all he's asking is that his team be more precise in their decision-making.
Yeah, absolutely. He's aware of just how special they are when they're playing smart basketball.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Hield in at the 2. Here's Podziemski. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with his lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Now on the court, here's your hype squad. Get loud and let
Here's Curry. Green, a screen. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Outside for Butler. Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Here's Edey. Picked by Aldama. Pass to Pippen. And it's good. 2 points. Pippin's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game, but they might need someone else to step up as well.
Back to Butler. Butler, unfazed.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets rattled.
Timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution for the Grizzlies. Brandon Carr.
Williams passes to Clark.
Jr.
Clark with a screen on Curry. Back to Clark. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Curry. The shot that time not on target. Excellent D there from Morant. Oh, Green with a block.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up to swat it away. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jackson against Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Curry.
2 minutes remaining.
A deep three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Butler can't get it to go. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 5. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. So the first one drops. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, you know, Bane came into this league a terrific shooter. Now he's a terrific scorer. He can do it all.
He's such a great free throw shooter who can handle big moments.
Curry goes in. And here's Butler outside. Oh, Jimmy Butler cashing in from distance.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Outside Moody. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Moody's got 8 points here in the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Green, a screen. Here's Butler. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It is great to have a player like Butler who forces defenders into such tough positions.
Taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He is not messing around, calling them into the hump.
One more time, your
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bane finds Jackson. Morant against Curry. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. It doesn't go for him. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Here's Butler. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Outside, Williams. It's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
And he commits the intentional foul.
John Morant. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
Stephen Curry.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Memphis calls timeout. They're behind by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
And so the Warriors take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Thanks so much, Stephen. A big-time victory tonight. What aspect of this win pleases you the most?
It was a full team effort. Obviously, you look at the stat sheet, but the little things I'm talking about that we did to win the game tonight are huge. And that's when it's winning time, we showed up, and that means a lot.
It's got to feel good to see it come together. Thanks so much.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Stephen Curry.